The decline is not a life sentence, even though society wants you to believe it is. You have been told that after 40, your energy, your drive, and your physical strength must naturally fade away into a slow, quiet burnout. You have been led to believe that a thickening waistline, a fogged-up brain, and a loss of ambition are just the standard tax of getting older. But the cold, hard truth is that this isn't just aging. It is a silent, hormonal crisis. Your testosterone is the very engine of your masculine vitality, the fuel for your confidence, and the architect of your physical frame. And for most men over 40, that engine is not just slowing down, it is being intentionally sabotaged by the modern world. Think about it. Why do you wake up feeling like a zombie despite getting 8 hours of sleep? Why are you hitting the gym and eating clean, yet that stubborn belly fat refuses to move? Why has that fire you once had for your career and your life been replaced by a persistent sense of just getting through the day? Most men try to fix this with more caffeine, more stress, or extreme diets that only make the problem worse. They are putting bandages on a deep, internal wound. If you do not address the underlying hormonal architecture of your body, you are fighting a biological battle that you are destined to lose. But there is a different path, a path the pharmaceutical and supplement industries don't want you to explore. Your body is an incredibly resilient machine, and it still knows how to produce that legendary power you had in your 20s. You just need to give it the right signals. You don't need risky synthetic interventions that tie you to a needle for the rest of your life. You need to understand the biohacks that flip the switch and restart your natural endocrine factory. In this comprehensive deep dive, we are moving beyond the generic gym bro advice. We are going to expose the 5 specific, science-backed, hormonal triggers that can naturally reset your testosterone levels and reclaim your edge. We are going to expose the hidden toxins in your environment that are literally mimicking estrogen and stealing your drive. From the hidden sleep killers to the specific micronutrient deficiencies that are starving your endocrine system, we are leaving no stone unturned. Welcome back to the Midlife Diet. Today we are going into the lab to discuss the master hormone. We are going to show you how to rebuild your internal chemistry from the ground up, so you can show up with unstoppable power in your career, your relationships, and your training. The first trigger we are going to explore is the most ignored lever in the human body. It is a secret biological window that occurs every single night, and if you are missing it, no amount of protein or heavy lifting will ever save your health. Let's dive into the truth about the midnight peak. To fix your testosterone, we have to look at the foundation, and the foundation is laid while you are unconscious. Trigger number 1 is what I call the midnight peak. Most men think sleep is just for rest, but for a man over 40, sleep is your primary hormonal pharmacy. Deep REM sleep is the only time your body produces the massive surge of luteinizing hormone required to trigger testosterone production. If you are waking up 2 or 3 times a night, or if you are sleeping in a room that is too warm, you are effectively cutting your hormone production in half. The science is terrifying. Losing just 2 hours of sleep per night for 1 week can drop a healthy man's testosterone levels by as much as 15%, the equivalent of aging 10 years overnight. To master the midnight peak, you must treat your bedroom like a laboratory. It needs to be pitch black and exactly 65 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature drop is the biological signal that tells your brain it's time to stop producing cortisol and start pumping out growth hormones. If you are not optimizing your environment, you are leaving your masculinity on the table. But the sabotage doesn't stop in the bedroom, it follows you into your kitchen and your bathroom. This leads us to trigger number 2, the estrogen mimicry. We are living in a sea of endocrine disruptors, chemicals known as phthalates and parabens, found in your plastic water bottles, your receipts, and even your daily cologne. These chemicals are molecularly similar to estrogen. When they enter your bloodstream, they sit in your hormone receptors, blocking your natural testosterone from doing its job. You might be doing the work in the gym, but if you are constantly exposing yourself to these xenoestrogens, your body is receiving a signal to store fat in the chest and belly and to lower your sperm count. Reclaiming your edge means auditing your environment. Swap the plastic for glass, choose fragrance-free soaps, and stop touching thermal paper receipts. It sounds small, but removing these chemical handbrakes allows your natural hormonal engine to finally breathe. Now, once we have secured the environment and the sleep, we have to talk about the nutrient gap. There are 3 specific minerals that your body consumes like fuel to build testosterone, and most men in the West are chronically deficient in all of them. Once your environment is clean and your sleep is locked in, we have to look at the raw materials. Think of your body as a high-performance factory. Even with the best machinery, you can't build anything if the raw materials are missing. This brings us to trigger number 3, the essential mineral deficiency. There are 3 key players that your endocrine system is starving for: zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D3. Most men over 40 are running on empty when it comes to these masculine micronutrients. Zinc is the actual spark plug for testosterone production. Without it, your body simply cannot convert cholesterol into the hormones you need. Magnesium is the regulator that keeps your free testosterone from getting bound up and rendered useless. And vitamin D? It's not even a vitamin. It's a pro-hormone. If your vitamin D levels are low, your body goes into a seasonal hibernation mode, lowering your drive and slowing your metabolism. To reclaim your edge, you must prioritize nutrient-dense whole foods like oysters, pumpkin seeds, and dark leafy greens, or supplement with precision. But nutrition is only half the battle. We have to talk about how you move. This is trigger number 4, the intensity overload. Most men in their 40s make the mistake of doing too much steady-state cardio. They spend hours on a treadmill, which actually raises cortisol and suppresses testosterone. To trigger a massive hormonal response, you need short, explosive bursts of heavy mechanical tension. I'm talking about compound structural loading. Movements like the squat, the deadlift, and the overhead press signal your central nervous system that it needs to grow stronger. When you put a heavy load on your skeletal structure, your brain receives a primal message. The environment is getting tougher. We need more testosterone to survive. You don't need to spend 2 hours in the gym. You need 45 minutes of intense, focused, and heavy lifting. However, there is one final piece to this puzzle. You can have the best sleep, the best diet, and the best training, but if your mind is stuck in a specific biological trap, your testosterone will remain suppressed. This final trigger is the most psychological one, and it's the difference between the man who leads and the man who follows. The final piece of the hormonal puzzle is perhaps the most critical, and yet it is the most overlooked by modern medicine. This is trigger number 5, the winner's effect. There is a profound biological loop between your psychology and your physiology. When you are under constant low-grade psychological stress from your career or your finances, your body produces high levels of cortisol. Cortisol and testosterone are on a seesaw. When one goes up, the other must come down. But here is the secret. Testosterone is not just a muscle-building hormone. It is a social dominance hormone. It responds to victory. Small wins in your daily life, completing a difficult task or hitting a personal record in the gym, actually trigger a release of dopamine that reinforces your testosterone production. This is the winner's effect. To reclaim your edge, you must stop living in a state of reactive stress and start putting yourself in positions where you can win. In summary, your prime is not behind you. Fix your midnight peak with cold, dark sleep. Protect your environment from toxins. Fuel your factory with zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D. Train for explosive power. And finally, lead your life with a mission. If you implement these 5 triggers, you will become a more powerful version of yourself. If you are ready to stop surviving and start thriving, hit the subscribe button for the Midlife Diet and join our community of men who are redefining what it means to be over 40. Your best years are not over. They are just beginning.